Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Michael's Corner. I'm staying by with the owner of Midwest Wrestling's Elite, Pete.
Michael, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing good.
Here we are at Champions Hall.
Champions Hall.
Brody's Craft House Grill Bar thing. How good is this?
Yeah. Now tonight you had a show.
Yeah.
So
This is good.
So tell my audience, how was the show?
Well, I think the show, Michael, was really good. I was just talking to Mentalo after the event here, and every guy worked hard. They brought their best efforts, and I think the best part is I had multiple people come up to me and say, "Is that it? Can we have more?" And I said, "Yeah, you can on June 15th." So I think you're doing the right thing, and I gotta compliment you. For what you do for professional wrestling, for your passion for what's going on out there, for how you promote it, for your Michael's Corner podcast, how good it is. You're an incredible ambassador to the world of professional wrestling, and for all of us here at MWE and everywhere else, we're very grateful for what you do.
Thank you. And for those of you guys who are asking how I came up with the name Michael's Corner, I'm gonna tell you guys this. When my late friend Kurt Alterholt was running shows, back in May of 2013, we was in a hotel. We were like for a wrestling show because we was going to a wrestling show that evening, and he asked me to come up with because that's when I got my start. I interviewed the wrestlers back in May of 2013, and as the months went on, he had asked me, "Do you want to come up with a concept?" And I told him my idea was, "How do you feel about Michael's Corner?" He actually loved the idea. So my very first person that I interviewed live, this was live at his show. I interviewed Darren Corbin.
Oh, no way.
Yes way.
Wow.
He was the first wrestler.
He's the first guy you've ever had on Michael's Corner. And how in the world did that go?
It went good. It was live. I tried to ask Darren a couple of questions. It was in his hometown of Foley, Minnesota.
Yep.
And then before that, Cody Rice interrupts Michael's Corner. Squirts baby oil on me.
Of course. Did he pull it from his trunks?
Yeah.
Even grosser.
That's gross. And then Darren Corbin had a match with Cody Rice. I chopped him bejesus out of him.
Oh, you did?
As payback.
Oh, you did?
Yep.
Really? So that's how you got your whole start with this thing?
This is how I got my whole start.
So let me ask you a question about tonight. What was your favorite match?
My favorite match would have to be the Bobby Brandon match.
That was a good one.
That was a good one. I actually interviewed him tonight.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
You did. So you interviewed he and Ricky. How was Ricky?
Oh, that was good. That was the second time I interviewed him. I asked him some of the questions that I didn't ask the first time.
So you could come back and circle through, because he's in a little better spot right now, isn't he? Yeah, they love him here.
Yeah.
He's not a heel right now.
Yeah, he's not here right now.
Oh, I'm getting it up like a Christmas tree. Should we see who needs to get a hold of me so bad? Let's see this. What is going on here? I mean, it's like, can you hear it dinging? It's just like,
yeah.
It's like, oh my word. It's like, see, can you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah, so we just put that on. Sorry. You know what my favorite match was?
What?
It was the Ledger match.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? That kid's a young talent, isn't he? No, seriously. Every time I've seen him, he gets better and better and better. And he can go. He can fly, he can strike, he can do all of it. I like what he can do. But the guy, what was it, Chaos that he went against? Mm-hmm. Really good too. Mm-hmm. The catcher pop. You were calling him a catcher pop.
Yeah.
A few other things too.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: who is your which wrestler can you not stand the most of anybody?
Oh my God.
Who's the
biggest
problem for you?
That Riley Jackson.
Bring him here.
Whoa! So
we give him a hard time.
Guy here, Sean. Yeah. Why is Riley Jackson? What's the problem?
Oh my God. He's gonna really give me a hard time for this one. Well, I interviewed him like maybe over a year and a half ago.
Sure.
We were all good and whatnot. I interviewed him at Dirty Ernie's wrestling show, Pro Wrestling Entertainment. I interviewed him. We were all cool in that. And then all of a sudden last year, he just sort of changed, you know. He just like changed,
Are you sure?
Yeah, positive. He just sort of had this, he's too cocky and arrogant. Mm-hmm. He's too cocky for me.
Well, there's that. So you didn't even have to think about it. Like that was like that. Okay, who's your favorite?
Oh my God, I got a whole lot.
Give me your top two.
Okay. It has to be Darren Corbin, hands down, because
why?
He's a great wrestler. Not only he's a great wrestler, he's a great comedian too.
I know. There's nobody better with the mic than him. There's nobody. He's quick.
Yeah.
He's on it.
Yeah.
And I think he's kind of like. I've always equated him to a modern day Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Now
I think that's the ultimate compliment you could give a guy.
Yeah. Now there's the question I have to ask you. How did
that's
you
right, you're interviewing me. Sorry.
Yeah. No, that's okay. Now I have a question to ask you. How did you came up with this concept of Midwest Wrestling's Elite? Because it kind of reminds me of a lot about Kurt Altenhall's show if you put it all together, because his letters was MWE and yours is MWE.
So here's where I came up with that. As you know, Danny Duggan, and we all obviously hope he gets better. That was a horrific crash he was involved with, and he wanted to be here. And seriously,
I want to interrupt. I actually said that when I was interviewing Nikki Love earlier. I had a message to say about that. Keep like Danny Duggan your thoughts and prayers and whatnot.
For sure.
But go ahead.
Yeah, please do that too. Well, so I've always had a lot of respect for him when I was doing stuff with Steel Domain Wrestling and the broadcast side of stuff with Mick and the whole crew there. And I always kind of wanted to work with Danny, and I thought we kind of, our visions are the same. You know, I respected the heck out of what he's done with Canadian Wrestling's Elite. And so I thought, why don't we kind of do something like that down here in the Twin Cities, except we can kind of call it the Midwest. So it's Midwest Wrestling's Elite. So it's not just here. I mean, eventually we want to build a base here and grow it out. And I've been trying some things here. We've got a great venue here at Champions Hall. Hopefully we'll have a couple of really good, big announcements coming up. But what we wanted to do was do something that was different. Have you noticed that we bring guys in that you don't see much?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I have noticed that.
So, and we've noticed that a lot of the guys that we've brought in are mysteriously, shocking, getting booked by other organizations. So their first landing will be from out of the state to here at MWE, and then they're ending up on all these other shows. But what we want to do is we want to run the same old show that we see all the time. We want to be big, we want to be physical, and we want to have a good talent of flyers too. But we're really trying to get real strong heavyweight division, and we'll have an announcement coming up. But I think I'll give the cat out of the bag a little bit. I think we're going to be unveiling our championship belt coming up on July 11th at St. Louis Park Rec Center at The Rock. And then we'll bring the tag out a little bit. Yeah, spoiler. Yeah. That was a good one. So we'll have that, and then I think we'll be bringing the tag another month or two. We had a pretty good tag team division. We didn't have any tag here tonight, though.
Yeah, we didn't have no
We were
tag.
going to have a three-way, but Aaron Corbin came up he had an ailment, so he couldn't make it today. So we didn't have him, and Danny, of course, is resting and healing up.
So I got actually did. So like, where can fans, like, if they want to buy, like, let's just say that they want to buy tickets to the show like ahead of time.
Sure.
Where can they go and buy the purchase tickets?
Right now, 2 spots, and I get a couple more outlets. But right now, right here at Champions Hall, 7,000 Washington Avenue in Eden Prairie. It's right off 169 in Valley View. It's really easy to get to.
Oh yeah.
Would you agree? And then at the Agency Underground, which is the agency that I work at, which is 805 Main Street in Hopkins, Minnesota. Kitty corner to everybody's favorite rock and roll bar, Main Streets. So we're there, and then we'll have some other stuff too. I'll have a couple other outlets that we're working on, some sponsors in other areas, so you can get those too. You can also get them online. Usually, you can get them online on themwe.com, our website, or from our Facebook. We always have the announcement.
Oh, and speaking of that, can you tell us about the new MWE website?
Yeah, I love it. Have you seen it?
Oh, I think I've seen it, but I haven't seen the whole thing
I'm
yet.
going to argue that I think it's the best one in Minnesota for independent wrestling. It's very clean. It gets its point across. We've got our top 10 listed. That's going to be changing soon.
Okay.
We'll have a new list of top 10. So right now, Danny Duggan is listed as the number 1 because he's the CWE champion, our cousin organization. So since he's the champion, he gets the number 1 seed for now. We're going to be coming up with the top 8 that are going to wrestle in the tournament.
Nice.
So I'd like to see that in one night.
Oh my God.
How about The Rock in St. Louis Park?
Yeah.
We may have some stipulations matches coming up on the 15th of June too. Maybe pull the cage out.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. I'm just I'm throwing stuff out there, Michael. I don't know. You know me. I kind of like just
hold on. I got this coming. I just me and Sean, who's filming, we were talking about when in the heck are you gonna bring some, women's wrestling?
Sean has asked me that just about every week. He has. Danny does the booking. He does the talent. So let's put the pressure on him. I'd like to see it happen too.
Yeah.
I think we all would. So let's put the pressure on him. And this is an open public cry from the 3 of us, the trio, and our guy John Sands, our right-hand man over here. So the quintuplets here are going to make it happen.
Yeah.
No, check that. Quadruplets. I can't count.
Yeah. You know what? First, let's let Danny Duggan heal first.
Yes.
Before
We'll start bothering him.
No.
No, yeah, let's wait.
Let's just
Right,
wait
smart,
because
I like it.
Because here on Michael's Corner, I ask all the hard-hitting questions, and I've been doing this for since May of 2013. So ever since interviewing with Darren Corbin, it has been a huge success.
I think it's the best.
And if you ever bring Darren Corbin into MWE, let me know so that I can put him on here because
he was on our very first show.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
In St. Louis Park.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if you bring him back, if he happens to come back, just let me know because I would love to come back on Michael's Corner because he's the reason why it's been so successful. And everybody who I know from my family.
Darren Corbin equals ratings.
Yes.
Right? Sorry, I didn't mean to jump in there, but he equals ratings. And I totally get that. You've had from here, you've had Ricky Love, you'll have him soon. You'll have Bobby Brennan, you had Jimmy Jacobs, you had Mitch Paradise. What else have you done from here?
That's about all.
And we were working on someone else that didn't work out. Oh, you didn't get the Beer City, did you?
No, I didn't get Aaron Corbin. I was.
Oh, and maybe tonight that was supposed to happen.
Yeah, that was supposed to happen, but you told me what happened. So that's what I'm getting used to. You know, in the wrestling business, things change constantly.
But you got two good guys today.
Yes.
You got Brennan and you got Ricky.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And my goal in MWE, you guys, is to interview the biggest wrestlers, because at the end of the day, it equals ratings, like you said.
Mm-hmm. And the one thing we've done consistently, night in, night out, every time we do this, is we'll bring in a guy like Jimmy Jacobs, Nikita Koloff, Arn Anderson, Jim Brunzell, Eugene, Beer City Bruiser. You know, we continuously bring in Ring of Honor guys, WWE, former stars, and those kinds of things. We'll bring at least one. That's Danny's formula. I like it. We're doing that, and we'll have a surprise for you coming up on the 15th. You know what? I think I've got to get Rip into the bar here before it's too late.
All right.
Okay.
Well, you guys, that does for
I said
this
the bar.
episode of Michael's Corner. You can follow Pete on Facebook and
At the Wagon Train 27 on Twitter.
Yep. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.
And follow him on YouTube, subscribe, great stuff, and I'm throwing people your way all the
And
time.
please ring that notification bell button so that you guys can get really
Smartest thing you could do.
smartest thing you can do.
Absolutely. Great work, buddy.
Yep.